Welcome in to Arsenal Report. And there are a lot of you worried about Benjamin Cesco potentially being the signing ahead of Viktor Gyökeres. And I have some news for you because not only do I feel very strongly that not only Benjamin Cesco being a cheaper signing, a better long-term signing, but also a better signing for right now. Viktor Gyökeres is probably at his ceiling of how good he could be. Is he likely to be a 50-plus goal a year goal scorer? If he's in the Premier League, not a chance, right? So where he is right now in Sporting is the best that he's going to be. But to look at Viktor Gyökeres and where he was at Benjamin Cesco's age, let's take a look. At 17 years old, Gyökeres played in the second tier in Sweden. He had 13 goals. At 18 years old, he moved to Brighton, played for their under-21s. At age 18 and age 19, he scored 5 goals and 7 goals, respectively. Then he went to St. Pauli, which was in the Bundesliga 2 at the time. I believe it's in the Bundesliga 1 now, the main Bundesliga. He had 7 goals in his age 20 season. Then he went to Coventry City. In Coventry City in 2020-2021, so that's the year before his big season for Coventry City, he had 3 goals. Benjamin Cesco is currently 21 years old. When he was at FC Liefering, which I believe is an Austrian club, he had 21 goals at age 17. He then went to Red Bull Salzburg for his age 18 and age 19 seasons, where he had 11 goals and 18 goals, respectively. He's now in the Bundesliga for the last 2 years. At age 20, he had 18 goals in the Bundesliga in all competitions and 21 goals this year. So you add up all the goals that Gyökeres scored between ages 17 and 21, you don't top what Cesco scored from ages 17 and 18 combined. And keeping in mind, even from 17 and 18, Cesco was in a better league. We're talking about Gyökeres playing youth football. Yes, players are not all linear in terms of their development. I completely understand that as someone who spends most of their time on youth football. But to be worried about Benjamin Cesco because he's only had 21 goals in all competitions this season in comparison to Viktor Gyökeres' goal record, scoring record, is silly. You're getting a better deal, a better price, and a better player in Benjamin Cesco in every way. Yes, if Viktor Gyökeres came in right now, would he probably score more goals in the first 3 months than Benjamin Cesco? Yes, I think that is completely fair to say. But I don't think it's true over the course of a season in all competitions. We've seen Cesco be spectacular in the Champions League. He didn't even score 2 years ago for Leipzig. Not this past year, but the year before. They gave Real Madrid a run for their money. In the year Real Madrid won the Champions League, they gave them a run for their money, and Cesco was unbelievable. They just could not keep up with him. The link-up play, the runs into the channel, he was just spectacular. And that was not this year, that was last year. This year, Cesco scored some absolutely unbelievable goals in the Champions League. Benjamin Cesco is 100% the right signing at striker, and it also allows us to continue to play Kai Havertz, to stay comfortable, and to continue to grow as a team. There were some crazy rumors, speaking of Real Madrid, about Miles Lewis-Skelly, in which Real Madrid is trying to push a story that Lewis-Skelly has not signed a new contract, does not plan on staying at Arsenal, is unhappy at Arsenal, and that he'll be moving to Real Madrid in the summer. There is a less than 0% chance that is true. Miles Lewis-Skelly, of all the players that have come through Hale End in the last decade, is the least likely to leave for Real Madrid when an offer comes. He's an 18-year-old kid who played 23 times in the Premier League this year, over 30 times all competitions, who bleeds North London red, whose mother bleeds North London red, who thanks Arsenal and everybody at the club for everything he has. Arteta has trusted him in every single way. Plans to move him into midfield. There is not a singular chance. It's more likely that Saliba and Saka both leave this summer for Real Madrid than Miles Lewis-Skelly leaves at all this summer for Real Madrid. That is a nonsense story. Do not believe what you read. Speaking of nonsense stories from Spanish outlets, there's been a big story today, actually from Gary Jacobs and TalkSport, who are usually not that reliable, about Barcelona making their move for a free transfer of Thomas Partey. And as a fan, I hope this is true. My insider information, my insider knowledge from what I've been told by some pretty accurate sources inside the club is that they still believe Thomas Partey will sign his new contract at Arsenal in the coming week, and he will remain an Arsenal player with a new deal done probably right around the time the Club World Cup starts. I hope they're wrong. I hope my sources are wrong more than anything. I do not want Thomas Partey to stay at the club. I'd really like for him to leave. I mean, he's 30. Again, all of this stems from the fact that I can't have a neutral feeling about Thomas Partey because of the off-the-field issues. Those off-the-field issues make me not want him to stay. Looking at it trying to look at it neutrally, not looking at the off-the-field issues, I still don't think I'd want him to stay. I understand the idea of, we'd have to replace a midfielder, but this is a 31-year-old who is going to be on massive wages, who has had one season in 5 at Arsenal where he's not been injured, which was this past season. He's getting older. He's becoming less reliable. We lose control when he's out there. He doesn't fit alongside Zubimendi. Him and Rice together hasn't been spectacular. If Barcelona came in, let him go. Just let him go to Barcelona. That's a best-case scenario for us, truly. I really feel that we can move on, move into the summer with a fresh start, and the fan connection is such an important aspect of the club. And it strains the relationship with the fans. It does. It strains the relationship with the fans who go to the matches. It strains the relationships with the fans who watch on TV and hear him booed every time he touches the ball. It makes me not want good things to happen. I don't want him to score crucial goals. I don't want him to have key interactions and have to praise him. That's the truth of the matter. And hopefully, Barcelona will be moving for him. And lastly, we know PSG won the Champions League this year, reigning them as the best club in Europe this year. And I thought it was interesting that PSG lost 6 matches on XG, expected goals, for those who don't know, all season long. They only lost 6 matches on expected goals. They played Arsenal 3 times this season. Of the 6 matches they lost on expected goals, 3 of those were to Arsenal. So we beat them in every match, we beat them on expected goals. And I don't mean this as a compliment to Arsenal. I actually mean it as a frustration point where you just have to wonder, should we have gone out and gotten an attacker in January? Not even the fact that we should have gotten one in the summer, but in January. Would we have won the Champions League this year? And the answer is probably yes. If you sign Ollie Watkins in January or Benjamin Cesco in January, Arsenal probably won the Champions League 2 days ago and would be a completely different vibe going into the summer, the way we'd all feel. Obviously, the elation of winning it. I mean, PSG beat Inter 5-0, destroyed them. We are the only club who have shown PSG the door, basically, without being able to slam it shut. Go sign 3 attackers and bring this project to fruition. We become the best team in the world with 2 elite attackers alongside Bukayo Saka. We do. The rest is there. The spine is there. For years, all we didn't have was a spine. We have the spine. Complete the team. Complete the team. A huge summer transfer window ahead. We've got it all for you here on Arsenal Report. Click that subscribe button right down there. Daily videos Monday to Friday around 9 a.m. Eastern every single day. If you're in the UK, these are coming out around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Hit that subscribe button down there. We'll be back with Arsenal Report every day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.